Just kind of felt the need to point. But there's our Zerg player. He got a little bit too overeager last game. Can he play a little bit more stable this game?
TSL revive.
It was a very pointed statement.
Thank you. You fit in wonderfully here. Your puns are so well polished.
I've got another one for you in just a moment.
All right.
Just wait for it.
First, all right. Here's our blue Terran. We're gonna hear a pun right after we hear his name, which is
Slayer's Young.
All right, let's hear it.
No, my pun is actually for Revival.
Well, you tease me so much, Moletrap.
All right. Here's the pun.
Okay.
So we're gonna see if Ryung can close out the series, or if we're gonna see a revival from the Zerg player.
That was so good. That was so good. No wonder that we're sponsored by great sponsors like LG Cinema 3D, Intel, and G-Skill.
If there's anyone who appreciates puns, it's LG Cinema 3D.
Without them, our puns would not be possible.
That would be a shame.
It would be, so thanks to them. Now Revival's going to find his opponent right away, and I actually like that he's moving the Overlord around the back. He can just check the gas, find his opponent there. Go hatch first anyway, but that's going to make Ryung take a little bit longer to find where his opponent is, of course. A little bit longer to decide maybe what his build order is. A lot of good players will wait till they find out where their opponent is and then kind of decide what to do. So you can open up barracks, gas, then decide to get another barracks, or get a command center, or
probably
get battle cruisers.
If I had to get, well, actually he does have a gas already.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it's just for add-ons or something, or if he's going to tech quickly.
Well, he's going to find that as close air positions, and he did get Banshees last game. I haven't seen a lot of his TVZ, so I haven't seen if he gets Banshees a whole ton, but he might do that. A lot of players would be tempted in this close air positions. But then again, Zerg players are, of course, going to be watching for that a little bit better, too.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we are going to see a factory, after all, from Ryung. I kind of like that. I kind of like the, it seems more traditional to do one racks into expansion these days for Terran, just in general. And I like the fact that he's teching up a little bit first, because he is up one game. He might be expecting some kind of all-in or something from Revival. In this kind of a situation, you want to play it a little bit safe, especially on a map like Metropolis, close positions by air. You want to be a little cautious. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an expansion pretty quickly afterwards, but
now,
I don't know, maybe Banshee Rush?
That's completely possible.
Only one gas.
We saw...
There's the CC.
Now, we saw one Marine and one SCV hanging around the natural there. It's another early Roach Warren for Revival, by the way. But we saw Marine and SCV hanging around the natural before the hatchery finished, and I kind of had a thought. I wonder, this is like the worst thing ever, so I apologize to Zerg players out there, but I wonder if you could put a Marine in that little gap between the triangles on the minerals and then build a bunker in front of it. Protect your SCV building the bunker before the hatchery finishes. I wonder if you could do that.
I'm really wonder. And the SCV actually sneaks past the Queen.
Yeah, he's going to see the Roach Warren.
Sees the Roach Warren.
Queen's like, get out of my base.
And the
let my babies mine.
That would be clever. I'm not sure if that's possible. It looks like there's one spot that might be possible. Right?
Yeah, right. You see where I'm pointing? Obviously, you at home can't see. But
yeah. That was actually a very common tactic in Brood War, especially in Protoss vs. Protoss. And actually, Blue Flame Hellions, by the way.
Yeah.
But not usually bunkers, but often pylons. They would wait for two enemy probes to run into that little gap and put a pylon there. And block them in, and then...
That's nice.
When you only have 10 probes, blocking two of them out is pretty effective. He saw the Hellions for a moment.
Oh, he actually saw it from two angles, flying in another Overlord as well. Brilliant move by Revival, making sure that he's getting to scout the entire base. And I think it's pretty obvious right now that there's going to be Blue Flame Hellions, and he's already getting roaches. It's great. Yeah. So he might put up a spine crawler or two just to be extra safe. But I think if he produces enough roaches, he should be okay. Getting a lot of gas right away.
And it looks like Ryung, this is really smart actually. He knows it's been spotted. He knows there's probably something on the way to stop it. Right. So he's just switching over to tanks and bio. He's going to do what he can with these 3 Hellions, but he's not going to press the issue since it probably won't work for very long.
There's only 1 roach out right now. Never mind, there's 3. And 4 roaches.
And 0 damage done by those Hellions so far.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get in and really do much at this point unless there's some major miss micro by the roaches. Now at the same time, I thought I saw a blue dot on the map, but I guess I must have been hallucinating. Even though
Did you
neither of
research
these
hallucination?
players- no comment. Anyway, starport a little bit hidden behind the cliff there.
It's a nice place to put it. So if Overlords check in from the outside, they're not going to see it.
So now Revival moving out with a pretty good amount of roaches if he chooses to. He started to move out a little bit.
He really likes his roaches, doesn't he?
Yeah, going for the roach drop again. This is
Oh, there he goes. Yep.
kind of a really crazy ZVT style that I have actually never seen before. We've seen Zerg players do drops like Baneling drops. I mean, Fruit Dealer, of course, very famously Baneling dropping in a lot of his Verse-Terran matches early on in StarCraft 2's history. But we haven't really seen it a whole lot since then. So I like that we're seeing this again, especially with roaches. It's very interesting sort of
Very
change.
cool, and that is one of the cool things about Code A specifically, is that you have these new players trying out new things.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a little bit more leeway for them. Even if they are, super great strategies, they're going to change everything. There's more leeway, so it's easier to pull off, and so we see more creativity.
Right,
and
a lot of
those
players trying
roaches
new things.
are moving down the map now.
Yeah, over at where the third base for Revival will eventually be, I think we did all the roaches, took out all the Hellions, so trust me.
Did they take out all of them?
Yeah, they did actually. They got all of them.
Oh dear.
Yep.
That's actually really bad because, running around, scouting, that's good. It's a good thing to do.
heard
But
a
you
load
need
up.
to keep those alive just because if they attack with roaches, they're going to rally speedlings.
Marine jumping
And
into the medevac.
that's when the
then
Hellions are gonna be
unloading
good.
again.
Yeah, he's actually just going out for a drop. And wait, nope, where did that medevac go?
Not a good time. Okay, he's going to fake a drop with the medevac probably. And at the same time, it looks like Revival might pressure a little bit from the front. No, he is pulling the roaches back.
Yeah, but
so
he actually sees these Overlords and roaches with that medevac, so that medevac actually doing a pretty decent amount job of scouting. If he realizes it, which he does, he brings his Marines back. Stim is finished.
how's he going to respond though? Does he have a whole lot of siege tanks? Looks like he's going to load up all his roaches
Now,
there.
now with more Marines and with Stim this time, if he plays this correctly, he can kill the Overlords before the roaches drop out. Is he going to see in time? He
here we
stims. He
go.
goes after the Overlords. One goes down. Two goes down. He stops target firing the Overlords, though, as the roaches pop out. Tank getting completely stomped on as well. The Marines are all going to go down. We might see a comeback here by Revival. His attacks might work a little bit better this game as the last tank goes down, and he is in the production facilities of Ryung.
This drop working quite a bit better than the other one. Siege mode only now just finishing.
Yeah.
Those tanks could not siege before with that. And the roaches
roaches
just
coming
tearing
in.
apart the main base of Slayers Ryung. Now he's not microing those roaches a whole lot. Here come the SCVs for the big group hug. And it looks like Ryung's going to be able to clean this up. But he's going to be way down on supply after this.
I like the
Actually,
medevacs
he may
healing
not
the
be able
SCVs a little bit.
Yeah, they are the fighting units now. They're going to have to use their drills. to the
More
utmost.
SCVs coming from the natural, including the mules. GG coming for Ryung as he drops down to 9 harvesters.
There it is.
Realizes that even if he holds it off, the game is over.
Right. And that drop from Revival is so strong. I mean, he had Marines, he had siege tanks, spent everything he had on those units, and the roaches were just too much to handle. And the Marine count just wasn't enough to take out those Overlords. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that was really good.
I know I
that
say
was
wow a
really,
lot,
really good.
Wow. We do see, like you said, a lot of new stuff in Code A, but Revival showing us something that we've never even seen before from him, too.
Now, here comes a very true test of any StarCraft player. Ryung now has to do something that only really, really good players can do, and that's mid-series adapt. Because Revival has done the same build 2 times now, gone for these drops.
Some
Hey,
fans from Sweden.
Hedge Mama.
Missing
I have no
TLO.
idea what that means.
Of course, TLO is back in Germany. There's a lot of Swedish fans here today and a lot of German fans as well. So, yeah, hello to them. Thanks for coming. If you're in Seoul, definitely stop by the studio. It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
totally sweet.
You get free drinks, a cushion for your chair so you don't get sore after a couple hours.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad they have the tea here that they do.
Yeah, me
good
too.
tea.
It's very soothing on the voice, So
yeah,
important.
but so
We got
Ryung's going to have to
sidetracked.
come back and try and win game 3 here. And like I said, he's going to have to try and figure it out. We don't actually know if Revival is going to do the same thing again. But it is going to be on Crevasse. Another large map, one of the largest maps, and easy to take a natural. We'll see what the strategies the players choose. Let's get started.